Good, Grace. Excellent, Grace. So, Grace, tell me, Grace, how was your week?
Mm, relaxing.
Relaxing? Yes. Okay.
I started classes last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday. Okay. Because I remember you told me you finished the semester, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And you, so you finished the semester and you only, uh, how long did you rest from school? I mean, how long didn't you have classes? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of no class?
Uh, 1 week.
1 week. Ah, okay. And very good. So last Wednesday you began your classes.
Yes, teacher.
Very good. Good. Okay, yes, how were the classes?
Fine.
Okay. Okay, yes. Do you have new subjects?
Yes.
Okay. What subjects are they?
Mm, apps web.
Apps,
Uh, yes.
apps for web?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, internet promotion.
Okay.
Uh, public relations.
Public relationships. Public.
Public relationships.
Okay.
Um, prices.
Prices. Okay. Okay.
Uh, how do you say administración de ventas?
Ah, the eventos.
Ventas.
Ah, sales administration.
Sales
Sa-
admin.
Sales.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. It's good. Very good. And how do you feel with your new semester?
I feel happy.
Yes.
Yes, with the subjects and the teachers.
Okay. How many more semesters do you have to go? Or how many more 4 months do you have to go?
Uh,
I
with
mean,
this,
just
six.
to finish.
Six.
Six more.
Yes, teacher.
Very good. Okay. Very soon. Okay, very soon to finish.
Yes.
Chris, and were they classes online?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good, Chris. Okay, so you went to school. Okay. Um, and what is your schedule? What is your school schedule now?
It's the same from 7:30
Okay,
to 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay, very good. Good, Chris. And then later after that, what do you do?
Uh, eating, watch the TV.
Okay, okay. Okay, what about watching movies?
Mm, no, no more.
No?
No, last Saturday I
Yes.
saw a movie.
Excellent. What movie did you see?
Uh, how do you say pie grande?
Ah, Bigfoot.
A
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Ah, okay. Is it a cartoon now?
No,
Okay.
it's a good drama,
Okay.
but bad effects.
Okay. Is it an American movie?
Oh, I think, teacher. I don't know.
Ve- Okay, Chris, very good. Okay, Chris, and how are your pets?
Oh, they are fine.
Fine. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and Chris, do you have time to play video games?
No, teacher.
No?
I don't know with ¿cómo yo sé? No tengo con quién.
I don't have, look, I'm going to write there on the chat, okay? You can say, I don't have any person to play with.
Yes,
I
I
don't
don't
have,
know any
uh,
person to play with.
okay. Maybe Chris, your classmates.
No, teacher.
No?
No.
Very good. Chris, and how are your classmates?
Mm, uh, I don't like teacher.
You don't know your classmates?
No.
But Chris, I remember you told me you had a very good friend. I
Oh,
don't
yes,
remember his
two
name.
friends.
Ah,
Robert and but Robert is
exactly. Robert, exactly, yes.
uh, he had the a break hair.
Ah, he took a break from school?
No, the
No?
hair, the hair.
The hair.
El corazón roto.
A broken heart. Ahí
A
está.
broken heart.
A bro- oh, okay, okay. Okay, so you're saying that, but Robert was your classmate, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So then he had a broken heart.
Yes.
Okay. And so the question is, did he stop studying because of that?
No,
Ah,
not
okay, okay.
teacher.
So he continues in school.
Yes.
Ah, okay, okay.
He don't respond my messages.
Messages. He doesn't answer. He doesn't answer my messages. No,
No.
because he has a broken heart.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so well, okay. I don't know. So he is your friend, and then he had a broken heart. Maybe because his girlfriend finished him.
Yes, teacher.
Maybe because he was in love with a girl, and the girl didn't um, didn't love him back.
I don't know the last part,
Okay.
but but he but the boyfriend finished him.
Ah, okay, okay. His girlfriend finished the relationship with him.
Yes, teacher.
Ah, okay. How long were they together?
Uh, more than 1 year.
More than a year.
Yes, teacher.
That's a long time.
Yes.
Come on, Chris. That's too bad. Okay. Was or is his girlfriend a classmate? No.
No,
Ah, okay.
he studied an engineer.
Ah, okay. Okay, okay, okay. That's too bad, Chris. That's painful, huh?
Yes. But I think it was the best.
Sorry?
I think it was the best.
It was the best. Why, Chris? He is your friend, remember?
Yes, but the girl um is a bad girl. Is a seriously?
Sorry?
Seriously?
Ah,
She
she's she was
yes,
jealous.
she's she
Or
is
she's jealous. Yes?
yes. And he hate me.
The what?
She hate me
And why does she hate you, Chris?
because she is jealous and he don't like that Robert had friends. Gear, gears,
Female friends. Female friends.
female friends. Yes, teacher.
Well, guess, that's crazy. But just to be jealous, it's bad. Why? Because you make the other person suffer.
Yes, teacher.
No. And what about you, Grace? Are you jealous, Grace?
Mm. No, teacher.
Aha, really?
A little. Only a little.
Sorry?
Only a little.
Only what?
A little.
Only a little. Okay, Grace. Grace, and have you ever broken a man's heart?
Uh, yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. When was the last time that you broke a man's heart, Grace?
More or less 1 year.
A year ago.
Yes, a year ago.
Okay. And what happened is a man declared his love for you.
It was strange because the boy was a Robert friend.
Okay.
In the school, he
Okay.
only told me hello
Okay.
uh, by internet. He he speak a lot.
He spoke a lot. He spoke a lot.
He spoke a lot,
Okay.
and he told me I fall in love with you, and I say thank you, but
So so
I love
so
you.
he just said, I am in love with you. He told you.
Yes, but I
Okay. Great.
say I don't know you.
Okay. Okay, Chris. And then what happened, Chris?
Now he is my friend,
Okay.
and sometimes he he asked me for to be uh his girlfriend.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes,
Ah. So it means that from time to time, maybe, I don't know, maybe once a week, he asks you to be his girlfriend.
yes, teacher.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you say, Chris? You say yes.
No,
Ah, Chris, why not, Chris?
because no, I don't like. He don't like me.
Okay.
I have strong feelings for another boy.
Okay, for another. Okay.
And he
Uh,
knows it.
he knows him.
No, he knows the situation.
Okay. This and this boy. Okay. I mean, the one that you love. Is he your classmate?
No,
No?
no, he's a friend.
He's a friend, okay? A friend from your neighborhood, a friend from the school.
No, he's
No?
a from the middle school.
Middle school?
Yes, we met us
Ah,
when
okay.
we were in middle school.
Very good. You can say we met. We met each other. We met each other in middle school. We met each other in middle school.
We met each other in middle school.
Very good. Okay. Is he your neighbor?
No,
No. Okay. Okay, Chris. Okay. And so, and does he study? Does he work?
uh, I don't know the situation because he study gastronomy.
Okay.
Um, I don't know the situation with this school because, as you know, we can um take classes face to face.
Yes.
Um, And it's difficult for him because he studies gastronomy and they need to taste the flavors, the food,
Exactly.
and it is already
Exactly.
difficult.
They need to practice, no?
Yes,
Exactly. 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 It's good.
but now
Okay.
he is working.
Okay. And are you in touch with him?
Yes.
Yes. And why don't you declare your love to him?
Oh, I did one once, but
Ah,
it was
so you already did that once?
yes. It
Uh,
was really school.
really? It is really, 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 really? Yes.
We had a history.
Ah.
We had history.
Okay. Okay. So stop the story there. Okay. So let's go back to the time when you declare your love to a boy. Um, what happened is were you I don't know, were you at the school, were you in a party, were you in a cinema, were you in a restaurant, were you in a park?
It
What
was on the school.
at the school?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened is
Uh, we were bo- um uh, we were more than friends.
okay.
Um, oh, it
More
was
than
fun.
friends, so it's like a boyfriend and girlfriend, no?
Yes, but I don't know if I a word to say novios.
Ah, to say novios?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, just individual, as a boyfriend and girlfriend, okay? But like say like one word, like in Spanish, novios. No, you need to say I was a boyfriend, I was a girlfriend, or we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
That's okay, teacher. We were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay,
We finished.
but I mean, it's and okay. So I was saying in the past you were friends, no, but you
Yes.
began to be boyfriend and girlfriend because you declared your love to him.
Yes, teacher.
Ah, okay. Very good, guys. Okay, so it's
And
quite.
we finished the relationship.
Uh-huh.
More or less 1 year after,
Uh-huh.
he told me what happened with us, and I say, why? And he told me we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes.
And I say yes, and he told me, um, if you want, we we can return to the relationship.
He told you.
And yes,
Okay. And you say yes.
yes,
Really? Really? Yes.
yes.
Okay. Chris, and how long were you together?
Um, um, 9 months.
9 months.
Yes,
Okay. And then what happened? Did you finish him or did he finish with you?
I remember uh,
I
that
remember. You're not sure?
that it was a common. Ah,
How do you say
I
acuerdo? No?
yes,
How do you say look? A common look agreement.
a common agreement. Finish.
But Greece, but that is, listen, in my opinion, that is crazy. Why? Because if you love the person and he loves you and you love him, why did you finish?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yes, teacher, I don't remember.
Come on, Greece. Okay.
It was more or less 7 years ago.
Oh, it's been a long time, Chris.
Yes, teacher.
7 years ago, a long time. Okay. Chris, and a question is, what has it been your longest relationship? I mean,
Uh,
how long um, has it been the longest relationship with a boyfriend?
um, 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Okay. And when was it? It was last year. It was when you were 19, when you were 17, when you were 20,
When I was 19.
19. So you were with a boy from 19 years old to 19 to 21 years old.
Yes, teacher.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. And why did you finish this? I mean, 2 years is a long time.
Yes, teacher. But he was a bad person.
A bad person?
Yes,
Why? Why a bad person?
because he is already seriously, and he hates that I have friends.
Ah, yes?
Yes,
Okay, that's too bad.
yes,
But Chris, 2 years, it's just a long time, right?
yes.
Okay.
How do you say? ¿Se vale cambiar de opinión?
it's uh, it's wise to change opinions. It's wise to change opinions.
It was to change opinions, teacher.
Come on, Chris. Very good. Okay, so going to the boy that you love now. Okay, why don't you declare you love to him?
Sorry?
Going to the boy that you love now. Okay, what is his name?
It's anonymous.
No, it's anonymous. It's
It's
anonymous.
anonymous. It's
No, come
anonymous.
on, come on, Chris. I don't know him for sure. I don't know him. Okay, come on. Oh, okay, let's call him Eduardo. Okay, okay, let's call him Eduardo. Why don't you declare your love to Eduardo, Maurice?
Again?
Why don't you? Why don't you declare your love to Eduardo
Again, teacher?
again? As I
Uh,
miss. So
uh,
yes.
I'm lost.
Okay, guys. You said that you have a boy that is your friend, no?
Uh-huh. Yes.
And you love him, right?
Yes.
But so far he is only your friend, not your boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you say to this boy, "Hey, I love you"?
I don't know, teacher is difficult.
Why this, Grace? I mean,
I
he's your friend. You have met him since you were in middle school. No, you have been in touch with him.
yes.
So why not?
Yes. I don't know, teacher. It's difficult because we're a good friend, and actually, I think
Yes,
her mother,
his mother.
and his mother, his sisters know know about my feelings.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. That's good, Grace.
Yes,
No, your
and they love me.
very good. So your future, Grace, your future mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law and sisters-in-law love
Your
me.
exactly, your future sister-in-law. Very good. So that's a good step. That's step one is good.
Yes.
So step two is that you say to the boy, "Hey, hey,
No.
boy, hey, boy, I love
Hey,
you." Notice?
it's not time to do this.
Come on, please. No?
No.
Very good, Chris. Okay, Chris. Chris, so how long have you met this boy? For
Uh,
like what, 7 years? No,
9 9 years.
9 years. It's a long time, Grace.
Yes.
Very good, Grace. Very good, Grace. Okay, good. Good. Okay. What about my dear friend Adriana? Good morning, Adriana. How are you, Adriana?
Good morning, teacher.
How are you today, Adriana?
So teacher.
So why so, Adriana?
Why I'm so tired, teacher.
Tired. Why?
Tired.
Exactly. You've been working, I mean, in your house.
Um. Yesterday, my cats um I don't know. Mis gatos estaban, how do you say?
My cats were.
My cats were in my closet. This closet
Yes.
in my closet. So um, it how do you say? Tiraron toda mi ropa.
They threw away. They threw away all my clothes. All my clothes. Look at this. They threw away all my clothes. Really, Adriana?
Really, teacher.
That's too bad.
So yes, I don't know what happened with my cats. So I eat how do you say pelear?
They fought.
Fought,
They fought. They fought
fought. It fought. I don't know what happened when I see my clothes in
on
the
the floor.
floor.
On the floor.
Yes, on the floor.
And what did you do, Adriana?
I had to put the clothes in my bed
Okay.
and yeah, how do you say ir acomodando?
And I put back. I put back. Or puedes decir, I put the clothes back. I put the clothes back. Se pone la ropa de nuevo a su lugar. I put the clothes
Sí, put the clothes back.
back. Come on, Adriana, and did you tell the cats off? Did you tell the cats off?
Cat.
Recuerda eso. Recuerden, chicas, ese verbo tell off. Ok, tell off, regañar. Did you tell the cats off?
No, teacher.
No, Adriana.
No,
Why not, Adriana? They deserve it, no?
I don't know what. It's my baby, teacher.
Okay. So that's why,
Yes,
Adriana. Okay, that's why.
yes, it's a baby, so I don't know.
So, because it's your baby, they can do whatever they want.
Uh, I
No?
repeat, teacher, please.
Yes, they are your babies, no? They are your babies, and they can do whatever they want.
Oh,
Y pueden hacer lo que ellos quieran.
yes. Uh, only no is solo no, or how do you say?
And you can say except by. You can say except by.
Except by to kill animals.
But
In the
yes,
when these uh come to home a rat or bear, I how do you say pegarles?
I hit them.
I
I
hit them.
hit them. Okay.
I hit it. Yes.
Okay. So you're saying, Adriana, that sometimes your cats bring rats or bring food, bring birds into the house.
Yes, teacher. So I had to rescue the animal and come to go out, salir o llevarlos.
I had to
Yes.
take them out. Look, take them out. Then sacarlos, ¿no?
take
to
them
take them
out.
out, sacarlos.
Yes, so I, what is dejar,
Leave.
leave? So I am leave to free animal, maybe.
Yes. You can say, I release the animals. Libero a los animales. I release the animals.
I release the animals.
Good. Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
teacher.
okay, Adriana. Okay. But Adriana, that is natural instinct. I mean, cats are not natural hunters. No.
Yes, teacher, but I
So
don't know why them wants to kill a animal. So uh, they they don't have a hungry. They don't have a.
they aren't hungry.
They aren't hungry.
Okay.
So I don't know. Only they wants to animal to
Okay.
play with them, and uh, the animal die, muere.
Yes.
So,
But Adriana, last when was it? Last month I saw a documentary about cats. They say that cats are the best hunters in nature and the most cruel hunters in nature. Why? They say that they hunt animals, but they don't kill animals or they don't kill birds or rats immediately. They, for some time, they play with the prey. Lo que in English is prey, no? La presa. They play with the prey for some time, and then they kill the prey. Maybe they kill the prey to eat, or because they got tired of playing. That's what the documentary said. What's your opinion, Adriana?
is my I mean is a correct. They are how do you say cruel?
Cruel,
Cruel.
cruel, cruel. Very good. Okay.
Yes, I think the same because it's I don't know. I feel um how do you say que así como siento feo o algo así.
No say I feel bad. You can say Adriana,
Um,
I feel bad about the situation. I feel bad about I don't know. Yes.
I feel bad about to see the animal cry, teacher. One day my cat come to home a rat, so I take a rat and he it have how do you say lágrimas?
Tears. Lisa, tears. Like,
Tears. Yes, teacher.
did the rat have tears?
Yes.
My goodness.
In the rain,
Their eyes,
have
yes.
their
Tears.
eyes have ears.
Oh,
Eh?
really? Really, Nana?
Yes. In I it was how do you say temblando?
I was shaking, trembling. Mira,
Shaking.
shaking or trembling. It was shaking, it was trembling.
It was
Oh,
a
Adriana.
trembling.
Adriana,
Really, teacher.
I didn't,
So
I didn't know that rats could cry.
I I think the
Didn't know.
same, but I don't know is a cry or is how do you say saliva?
Yes. En English se escribe lo mismo, pero se pronuncia saliva. Saliva.
Saliva.
Saliva. Ujú. Oh,
Saliva of
okay.
my cat, but I don't think so because it's in the age of of rat.
Rat. Yes.
So I don't know. It's a little how do you say gota? Gota de agua or
Yes. Drop. A water drop. A water drop.
A water drop. In the same lágrima. How do you say it?
Okay. In the say tear. Lágrima. Tear.
Tear. Yes, teacher. So
Oh, that's difficult, Adriana. Okay. Well,
yes. So I this day um how do you say wait? Esperé. Wait.
yes, I waited.
I waited uh, since the rat can to walk.
Ah, so you waited for the rat. You can say, I waited. I waited until the rat could walk. Ah, okay. So you were Adriana like guarding? You were like protecting the rat?
Yes, teacher.
Oh,
In
really?
the in my house of neighbor, I I
Yes.
I leave the rat in the floor, so
Okay.
I waited so it cool
Could walk.
to walk.
Could walk. You can say, Adriana, you can say, I was guarding the rat. I was guarding the rat.
Garden,
Guarding the rat. I was
gardening,
guarding the rat.
gardening the rat.
O sea, estaba yo protegiendo, estaba yo
Yes,
custodiando la rata, ¿no? Come on.
yes,
Yes, Adriana. Well, that is incredible, Adriana. I didn't know that the rat could cry. But
yes,
maybe Adriana, because imagine the rat was in fear, no, con miedo, was in fear. The rat was in danger. The rat could see the enormous cat attacking the rat, no?
yes. So I think interrupt because it lost your family and she lost may how do you say estuvo a punto de
Very good. You can say it was about, for example, it was about to die. Estaba a punto de morir,
it was about
to
to
die.
digest. So I think the rat have a feeling. So I don't know, but I think I think to say no. I yo pienso eso. How do you say?
Very good. I think so. You can say, I think
I
so. You can say, I think so. You can say, or say, I believe so. Pienso eso. I think so. Pienso. I believe so. Creo que es así. O creo que es que sí. Very good, Elena. And then I will a question for you, Elena. Do you believe, Adriana, that plants have feelings? Especially you, you that you have so many plants in your house. Do you believe, Adriana, that plants have feelings?
I don't know the feelings, but I don't know. Teacher is I never I never uh, thinking the this question, teacher.
No. Do you believe,
No.
that, Adriana, that for example, you have a plant, for example, no? Let's imagine that you have a plant, and imagine a rose, no? You have a beautiful rose, and do you believe, Adriana, that if you speak to the rose, telling the rose about sufferings, about that you feel very bad, that you feel really sick, that you feel terrible about something, and you cry with the plant. Do you think that the plant will have any reaction in the growing, in its growing?
Maybe yes, teacher. But I don't know. Well, oh, 1 moment, teacher. I don't know.
I don't know.
Is What happened, teacher?
Yes.
I I
So,
don't know.
so you don't know, Adriana. Very good. Neither do I, okay? Neither do I. Me neither, okay? But that's a good question, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Adriana, and the same question as Gris. Have you ever, Adriana, have you ever broken a man's heart?
¿Yo lo he roto o
Have
me
you
lo
ever,
han?
look at the question. Have you ever broken, have you ever broken a man's heart?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever broken a man's heart?
Mm, maybe, teacher. I don't know.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe Adriana,
I don't know.
right now, no, because you have a boyfriend. But maybe in the past when you were single, okay, maybe a boy told you, hey, Adriana, my name is Eduardo, okay, I don't know, I'm making it up, okay, and maybe Eduardo told you, Adriana, I love you so much, okay, and I want you to be my girlfriend, and maybe you told Eduardo, you know, Eduardo, I don't see you as a boyfriend, I just see you as a friend.
No, teacher. This form, no,
No,
never. No.
okay, so
Only when they want to continue in the relationship,
okay,
and I don't. No, I yo no quería. How do you say? Se me fue.
yo no quería, I didn't want. I
I,
didn't want to, for example, I didn't want to go.
to
You,
continue.
uh
I didn't want to continue with the relationship.
okay, very good. Okay,
So
Adriana.
I I think only this form for.
Okay, okay. And then, how long have you and your boyfriend been together?
This year we going
To reach,
to
we're going to reach.
to reach complete.
Ajá, exactamente, we're going to reach. Vamos a cumplir,
We
vamos a alcanzar.
reach 4 years.
4 years, Adriana.
Yes, teacher.
It's a long time.
Yes, teacher.
Very good, Adriana. Adriana, has it been your longest relationship? Has this been your longest relationship?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Okay, okay.
This.
Very good. 4 years already. It's a long time.
Yes.
When is your anniversary? When is your fourth anniversary as a boyfriend and girlfriend?
We don't remember if it's a 30 or 31 on December.
Ah, okay. In December.
Yes,
Very
teacher.
good, Adriana. Very good. Okay. And then, for example, last year, did you celebrate your anniversary?
No, teacher.
No, maybe with, I don't know, with a dinner, or you invited your boyfriend to your house, or he invited you to his house.
No, because it's in this celebration in New Year. So we was in with the family.
We were with the family.
We were with the family, and we can to celebrate.
We couldn't
We
celebrate.
could.
We couldn't.
We can because somebody not you know I how do you say que nadie sabe sobre la fecha específica.
And nobody knows, or nobody remembers about the specific date. Okay, okay, Adriana. And did he buy a special present for you?
Yes, but in my birthday,
Your birthday.
birthday,
Very good.
birthday, yes.
When is your birthday?
And in my celebrating with my family is in January.
January.
Yes,
January what?
teacher.
January 5, January
Um,
7,
27.
January 27. January 27 is your
Yes,
birthday?
yes.
Very good.
with my family, but in my other day
Yes.
is in November.
So I didn't understand, Adriana. So you have two birthdays?
Yes, teacher.
Adriana. Okay. Adriana. Slowly, okay. So
Is yes, but
usually anybody, cualquier persona, anybody has just a birthday. For example, my
yes, but
birthday is on September 15th. I don't have any other
I
birthday.
I have two birthday. I I celebrate one with my family, and another is my birthday. Like how do you tell me cumpleaños legal, por ejemplo?
My legal birthday. Legal birthday.
My legal birthday. Yes, teacher.
Okay. So your legal birthday is in November.
Yes.
Okay. November 10, November 20, November what?
The same. November 27.
November 27. Okay.
Yes, and my family forget my legal birthday, so it's complicated. When I working, I used to say my birthday in January, but I remember is more um formal. So
Uh-huh.
I think it's November.
Adriana,
I
yes.
just
There is a document called Adriana birthday certificate. No, perdón. Birth certificate. Ahí está. Birth certificate. That is in Spanish certificate. Acta de nacimiento, okay?
yes.
What is written on your birth certificate, Adriana?
November, teacher.
Okay. So
Yes,
your birthday
my
is
documents, all my documents is in November 27. But my mother's told me that I born in
that
January.
I was born. That I was born.
I was born in January.
Okay, I understand. So maybe there is a mistake in your birth certificate.
Uh, no, teacher, no is problem. I don't know. I don't know what happened with my parents that they make this problem because I don't know what happened. only
Okay.
only they only my mother told me one day your printer is in January.
Okay.
Yeah. I grown up crazy.
Yes, I grew up.
I grew up
Yes,
with this idea
very good.
that I have two printers.
Birthdays. Okay. Yes, Grace. What were you going to say, Grace?
I think I don't know.
Yes.
It's not on January is not a day from uh, Santa Adriana or something like that.
Okay. So maybe
Yes,
in January is your saint. In English it's called saint birthday.
the same birthday.
Saint birthday. El cumpleaños de un santo.
Maybe.
Okay.
I
Maybe
don't know.
Grace.
Yes, because
Maybe.
well, I remember that my
Yes.
mother tell me
Told
told me
me. Very good.
that well, my mother is from June 8th,
Very good.
but my grandmother celebrate
Yes.
my mother's birthday on July
Okay.
7, something like that,
Very good.
because it was the saint.
Very good. Okay. I got it. Very good. Yes. Now it's clear for me. Okay. Yes. For example, like me, my birthday is on September 15, but my sign birthday It's in San Miguel. I think it's in San Miguel. I think it should be in December, something like that. But I have never celebrated my science birthday. I only celebrate my official birthday. Yes. Very good. Okay. But it's a good idea, Adriana, to have two birthdays, eh? That's good.
Yes, but it's bad because my mother told me in November my birthday is in January, and in January my birthday is in November, so I don't have a celebration.
Okay. Very good, Adriana. Very good. Okay, I understand. Good. Adriana,
Yes,
yes.
what happened, teacher?
And I was going to ask you, how are your plans? How are your plans?
Excellent, teacher. I have more plans.
More?
Yes, because yesterday I went to my uncle,
Very good.
so I have help with her plans.
Okay.
So she gave me more plans.
Okay. How many more plans? Two, three, one?
Maybe one, maybe 10, maybe.
10 plans, Adriana?
Yes, teacher.
Oh my God. Adriana, that's too many.
Yes, but how do you say un cactus?
Ah, the same. Cactus.
Cactus.
Yes.
It's cactus. So it have a many babies, so I had to get the baby and make more plants.
Adriana, those are too many plants, okay? 10 more
Yes,
plants. So right now, Adriana, you have what in total, like what 150, 160 plants in total?
I don't know. This week I want to count my plants, so I don't have a many time. But I think in make how do you say base de datos?
Yes, a database. A database. A database. A database. Come on, Adriana, imagine.
A database on Excel
Uh,
to count my plants.
it's like you need to make an inventory, no?
Yes,
An
teacher.
inventory, un inventario, no? Un inventory.
Yes, to put at the name of the plant, how much plants this tape is tipo
Yes, the type, no?
the type,
The type of the plants. Yes.
the colors.
Okay, come on then.
This is my
Very good.
project in this week.
Come on then. You know, Diana, I have told my wife about your hobby or having plants, and then she told me that she also likes plants. And right now we have like 7 plants here in my house, which is also your house, my friends. And I told her, okay, you are going to buy roses. Okay, she loves roses. But then I told her, okay, why don't we buy chili? So she bought roses and chilies.
And chills?
Chilies, uh-huh.
Oh, chilies.
Yes, like chilies.
I
We
I
have
want to.
one Peking chili and one Peking chili and one chili that is large, red. No, sorry, that is green. I don't remember the name. I think it's called. They call it in Spanish Serrano chili, I think.
Uh,
And it's delicious, Ariana. I have eaten this
yes,
week. This week, and I have eaten Peking chilies, just fresh, they directly taken from the plant, and they are delicious, huh?
yes. I don't have a plans of chilies, but I have to how to tasty probado
Very good. Yes, they very good. Yes.
the the chilies.
Okay. No, but it's totally different the flavor. I mean, when they are fresh, directly cut from the plant, directly from the plant to your dish and to your mouth, it's totally different, huh?
The-
Totally
Oh,
fresh.
really, teacher?
Yes, and you should one day, and you should buy one Pekin or Serrano chili plant, and you will notice the difference. Okay, it's I mean the essence, the aroma of the chili taken from the plant when you put it on your dish, and when you put it into your mouth and you bite it, it's totally different. Nothing compares with buying chilies at the store.
Oh, really, teacher? I going to buy chilies, plant chilies,
Exactly, a chili plant.
chili plants.
Yes, yes, Adriana, you should. Okay, it's really good, huh? Maybe this week, Adriana, maybe this weekend we are going to buy um tomato plant.
Oh, really, teacher?
Yes,
It's
maybe okay.
yes, he give many tomatoes.
Yes.
Is I have that tomato plants.
Ah, yes, really good,
Yes, teacher.
good, Adriana. And have you eaten those tomatoes?
Yes, but I going to to prepare it pizza, so I going to how do you say ocupar
I'm going to use
to use my tomatoes for my salsa.
sauce for my sauce.
So yes,
Delicious, Adriana.
yes, teacher.
Adriana, and when are you going to cook pizza? Today, tomorrow,
I don't know, maybe Monday or I
Tuesday?
toast uh Thursday. Yes, teacher.
Okay. Very good, Adriana. Good. Okay, very good. Okay. What about my dear friend Jime? Good morning, Jime. How are you, Jime?
How are you? I'm
Fine,
fine.
Jime. Jime, tell me, Jime, how was your week, Jime?
Fine. I only stay here at home. Well, I only give one class in during the week. No,
Okay.
and that's all.
Very
Oh,
good, Jime, very good.
okay.
So, only one class, okay? And was it Spanish, mathematics?
Mm, Spanish. Well, I'm
Spanish.
working with a girl that she have troubles with reading, no, and now she knows reading and writing.
Okay.
So now
Okay.
we are starting things with some exercise of others um, topics, no, in
Okay.
Spanish, and I was thinking to introduce herself
Okay.
in science, no, in mathematics, history, no,
Very good.
because she's in tier of elementary school.
Okay. Good, Jime. Excellent, Jime. Good, good, Jime. Jime, and the same question as Gris and Adriana. Do you think, Jime, you as a biologist, Jime, maybe you have a wider perception than me?
Mhm.
What's your opinion, Jime? Do you think that plants have feelings?
Not exactly feelings.
Okay.
I mean, the feelings is more as a psychologist, no?
Okay.
But they have some similar or something similar to feelings. I remember that I read a short research speaking about that. No, that say
Yes.
that the plants have imagine like how to say um like near endings,
Okay.
no, and this could give the plant some reactions, no,
Okay.
so the plant react of whatever kind of type of environment, no, or aggression or something like that. No, and the plants have some something named phytohormones. No,
With the hormones, okay.
that this gives some signals, no, or some message at other plants, no, and around it. So obviously, if the plants have difficult with something, or he get a aggression of someone, or I don't know, you could hear flowers or a leaf, no, a leaf.
Okay.
Um,
Olive, yes.
Probably the plant gives some message at other plants, no.
Okay.
But exactly feelings is more a concept for humans, no?
Okay.
Or something that have nervous, no, or something that have that is more complicated, no, that a plant.
For example, Jimmy, do you think that, let's imagine that you have a plant, okay? And let's imagine, Jimmy, that you tell your plant about your life. You tell the
Yeah.
plant that you feel sad, that you feel depressed because of this or because of that, because you have so many problems in life, or do you think that the plant is conscious about that? Do you think the plant has any reaction about that?
Probably yes. I mean, the plant don't have conscience. No, we know that the conscience only the animals have, no, because they have a brain, and this brain have the principal how to say it, the principal job, no, in your
Okay.
body, and the plants no. The plants working with a lot of cells, and these cells work in group, no, and
Okay.
these cells have here his own job, not to make photosynthesis and other stuff, no.
Okay.
But the plants react as something, no, probably the sound that you made, the plants react and say, oh, that sounds fine, or something like that, no.
Okay.
Remember that this probably could be for the physical reaction that the plant have, no.
Okay.
The sound is a physical reaction, no. It this is the sound are uh, 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 are waves, no.
Yes.
No, the sound is are waves, and these waves obviously have
Second, huh?
some frequency, no,
Yes.
and the plants probably could be react at this frequency, no.
Interesting. Very good. Very good, Jimmy. Interesting. Okay. And Jimmy, another question. Do you believe that animals, like for example, dogs and cats and parrots, do you think that animals have feelings?
Yes, no, they have feelings.
Okay.
It's no, see, how would say it? The plants I often no have feelings, no, because they don't have brain, but the animals yes, no.
Okay.
No, all of them,
Okay.
because other animals have or react with all the body, no,
Yes.
they don't have brain. But the feelings is more like how to say it, psychological human, no.
Yes.
But obviously, they if we talk about feelings of something that react, yes, no. For example, the birds no react at the sound no of other birds, no,
Yes.
a couple or something like that, or react of the light, no, on during the day.
Yes.
Obviously, it's different the activities that I do in the morning and the afternoon and the night, no, and it's
Exactly,
the
Jimmy.
same for the animals, no, the animals, mammals, no, that they have more complicated reactions,
Yes.
no. For example, the I don't know. Well, we are going to talk about cats, no, and dogs. We have known that if I hit him, no, or hit them or something like that, the animals react badly, and
Yes. Exactly.
cry and other stuff, and it's and I know that they have this feeling, not this reaction of something. No,
Exactly.
and I have more. I have understand that the animals have these feelings, no, to react for something. No, for example, I was looking information about bears, and I looked up a lot of bears here in Mexico. Have a specific no point of distribution, no,
Yes.
in Mexico City, no, and fish obviously have a different activities that do in during the day, no,
Yes.
and I remember that I looked at how to say it, documentary
Yes.
by TV, no,
Yes.
and I remember that I looked how some birds when oh, I remember, no remember, cuando miembro, no,
Members.
well, yeah, we are going to say members, no. When a member of the group, no,
Yes.
of this group, of this set, died,
Yes.
some birds made like we say it for human is like a funeral, no, funeral, no.
Funeral. Yes.
But obviously the beard react that this beard passes away, and probably they change activities, no, or do something, no.
Ah,
It's like
okay.
other animals, no, they're other animals. I remember that I read something about monkeys. No,
Uh-huh.
I don't remember it was for gorillas, but I remember that when the gorilla moms lost her baby,
Yes.
he cried, no, and he didn't want to eat or something like
Oh,
that,
really?
and
Jimmy?
obviously spend much time with this creep body,
With the
murder
they
body, no, no, is the cuerpo,
with the corpse. With the
with the
corpse.
corpse,
El
exactly,
cadáver with the corpse.
no, with the corpse, no.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
obviously it's really different that we imagine, no, it's no similar that us, no, because we have other reactions, no, but they have some reactions.
Very good. Interesting. That's an interesting point of view, Jimmy. Okay. Well, yes, Jimmy. Many plants, I'm not sure. Okay. But animals, yes. And I will tell you my hypothesis. Um, last year, last year, my wife got some bad news about her family, and this news was that her brother, well, she has two brothers. One of her brothers is married, and this person began to have problems with his wife. So he and his wife were like fighting, like speaking about divorce and all that. So my parents-in-law told my wife about the situation, and my wife began to cry. As soon as she began to cry, Jime, and for Gris and for Adriana, the dogs, we have two dogs. All of the dogs went, my wife was sitting down, okay, on an armchair. And the dogs were like playing outside the house, into the house, going outside and into the house. But when they noticed that my wife was crying, the dogs went next to her. They sat next to her. They sat on her feet, and they began to lick her feet. That was that was something shocking for me because I didn't expect the dogs to notice that she was crying. So what I perceived, what I got, what I understood was that the dogs were trying to protect my wife. What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, well, it's really true, not that the dogs that have this relationship or link with you react at your emotion, no.
Exactly.
Sorry. And it is because imagine the point of view of the animal or the reaction that they have is more for your body. You know, when you're sad and when you are down, your body um excrete or
Expels, like
expels,
e- emite, no?
yeah,
Expels.
expels
Mhm.
hormones, no different hormones when you are down,
Ah,
no,
okay.
and when you are happy, the other hormones, no, your dog, remember that have um this sensibility on them nose, no.
Okay.
Obviously, the dog know that you are sad, no, and dog want to do for you get down, no, you didn't get down, no,
Okay.
because the dog is more difficult for them, no, react or your faces, no,
Yes.
no, that for your hormones, no,
Ah,
because they
okay.
have this ¿cómo lo decimos nosotros? Ah, 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 me parece que son our sense, ¿no?
Ah, yes.
Sense,
Um,
¿no?
like esencias, no?
No, no, sentido.
Ah, feelings or senses.
Senses, ajá.
Okay.
Yes, these senses are more desarrollados es
Develop, more developed.
yeah, more developed, no? They have
Ah,
this
okay.
sense more developed, no?
Ah,
And the animal that live with you react all different activities that you do. Now, probably it's how I say it, they don't have a really good view sense, no,
okay.
but the smell, yes, and the sound, no. Remember that they hear really well, no. So they know when you are angry, when you're happy, when you're down, when you are healthy, no.
Really?
Yeah. For
Wow, that
example,
is
if you change the way that you talk, the dog know that you are angry or you are happy or or something like
it's
that.
true, it's true. It's like it's true, it's true. Well, for example, when sometimes these dogs become like nasty. I mean, like barking all the time or annoying people. Okay, I go out and I tell them off. And when they see me angry, Jime, they stop barking, they stop annoying people. It's true, Jime, yes.
Yeah, I know. It's really interesting, no? How
Yes.
these animals react to different sounds. And it's in this sense that they have is something that the evolution or the nature or something like that. No, I'm not going to say a good, no, a god, but
Okay.
these sense are because this animal was uh, um feral, no, um, mm, 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 uh, was wild,
Yes.
wild, salvaje,
Wild. Wild.
wild, wild, no.
Exactly. Exactly. It's true. It's true. Yes. Okay. Good, Jime. Very good. Okay. Okay, Jime. I have a question for you, Jime. As you know, Jime, last week we had a terrible event in Mexico City. Okay.
Yeah, tell
Terrible
me,
events in
Hero.
which many people lost their lives. Okay. There were many. There were many problems. There were many casualties. Look,
Yeah, and I
I
can
went
imagine what happened now in Colombia.
casualties.
No?
Casualties. Okay. Exactly. Casualties. That is baja. Okay. People who died. I'm referring specifically for the a terrible accident that happened in the subway, in Mexico City subway. What's your opinion, Jimmy, about that, Jimmy?
I don't know how to say it, but I am really angry and I really bad, no, for that, because I remember when I was a student, in Mexico City, when I was in high school.
Yes.
Well, when I was in bachiller, no, I was
Yes.
studying in Colegio Bachilleres, no,
Good.
in Mexico City, and I remember that more or less in second year,
Yes.
the um, the ticket cost 5 pesos. No, o
Yes.
sea, changed to 5 pesos, to 3 pesos, a 5 pesos. And I said, well,
Exactly.
we are a lot of people that use metro, no? And
Yes.
and I can imagine uh, the money that the government gets for 2 more pesos, no? For 2 more pesos. And I said, why not 1 peso? No, only one. Why two? No,
Exactly.
or 50 cents. It's correct.
Exactly.
Or say
Exactly.
50
Cents.
cents
Yes.
pesos.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay,
50
or
cents.
50
Yes.
cents. No, but now they say 2 pesos. No. More money, no, during the week, no.
Yes.
And I could say that the change that the line of subway didn't was really good. I know I if I compare the change, only they made they put likes new, no, or in some station put this
Ah, yes, like
mm, this
advertisements, no? More advertisements and stuff like that, no?
advertisements, no, change the cover of the walls, no,
Exactly.
and the floor only put these side advertisements, no,
Yes.
that you didn't stay here or something like that, and the unique point of view good, no, that was that they uh, building more access for person that is in wheelchair, no,
Yes.
no, and by me what I said, It's okay, it's fine." But the problem here was in some stations that I remember that was really bad. No, I remember that I don't remember in no, yes, I'm
Yes.
really sure that in Zapata station,
Yes.
no, when is when the weather is raining,
Yes.
uh-huh, I remember that some parts of this station get wool,
Exactly. Exactly.
and this didn't change, no. And by me was what's happening with my money, no, that I give every day, because I remember that I use it every day, no. And my
Exactly.
dad and my mom and a lot of people, no, my
And
friends,
many other
many
people, no? Many
many
other people.
no,
Yes.
many. And no, nothing is changing, no. I remember the other accident for the line of metro. I don't remember if was in 4 or 5,
Exactly.
but the subway the subway
So we
uh,
couldn't stop, no?
yes, couldn't stop and
And it
crash.
crash into the other subway,
Yes,
no?
yes, and crashing with other subway.
Yes, this is true.
And I said, uh, where is my money if they didn't pay for repair this? No. And the other problem was that I remember, I know more or less when I was in my last year of bachelor,
Yes.
the line 12
Yes.
have troubles. No, and I remember that some of my friends that live um, or use not this line
Yes.
take more time to 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 arrive at school, no, because
Yes.
they take a bus and give more how to say it, vueltas, o cómo sería así, no,
Many,
time,
um,
take more time, no,
because hay longer trips. Longer
ah,
trip, más
yes,
vueltas. Vueltas más largas. Longer trips.
longer trips.
It's true, Jimmy. Exactly, Jimmy. But exactly, Jimmy, that's a good question. Where is the money because they rose, subieron, they rose the ticket price from 3 pesos to 5 pesos, okay?
Yeah,
So
and we are talking about more or less 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, more like 6 years, 7 years,
exactly
more or
7
less.
years, and multiply that those 5 pesos, multiply by millions of users per day,
Yeah, per day.
no? So how much money are they making per day? What about per month? What about per year? No? So as you said, Jimé, where is all that money? Where are they investing all that money?
Yeah.
No? Yes, Jimé, but it's when I knew those news, okay, that was terrible, Jimé, terrible. Thanks God, I have never used that line, the golden line. I have never used it, but I have read, and I have seen the problems when Marcelo Ebrard was in charge, the problems when Miguel Ángel Mancera was in charge. Now the problems with Sheinbaum is she's now in charge. I mean, since the line was born, that line always showed problems.
Yeah, I know. And when I hear, no, or heard the news, I obviously I talk with some friends, not that live near,
Oh yes, exactly. Yes,
and
yes.
I send message and I said, "Are you okay?" or something like that. But I don't know. I feel really angry, no, or really bad for the people, no, that was expecting, no, to came to home,
Exactly. To,
no,
to
to arrive
arrive
at home.
to arrive at home. Yes.
And by me it was really bad. No, I can imagine the people that was waiting, no, for get a dinner, no, or something like
It's
that.
exactly him.
Eh,
Exactly.
and the other trouble was, I can imagine, no, the how these people get hurt when the
Oh,
es puente, no, si es puente, no se
when
llama
the
puente,
exactly when the bridge. I mean, when the bridge dropped
when
down.
the bridge down, yeah.
Imagine, no,
And,
imagine.
and the other, I remember that when I used this line, no, is
Yes.
that this is like other wagons, no,
Wagons, huh? Wagons.
that other wagons and other lines, no, this is a continuum wagons, no,
Yes.
only have this union
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
but so imagine they didn't have something to agarrarse o
To hold.
to hold.
Yes, exactly. Like the subway that goes on the blue line, right?
Yeah,
The subway that goes on
it's like
the
the
blue
blue.
line is all connected, huh?
Yeah,
Mhm. Exactly. Imagine him at that subway there. Wow, that would just be horrible, right? Horrible. Because
yeah,
yes, there are some subways that have like sections, like they divided wagons, okay?
yeah,
But the one on the blue line is all connected. Imagine him having that subway there on the golden line with all the wagons or all the carriages, todos los vagones, all the carriages connected. Imagine
yeah,
him. The
yeah,
consequences would have been worse, no?
yeah. And I'm sure that the politics, no, or on the no sé si decirlo estación de noticias o
News
bueno,
station.
los que nos dan las noticias, ¿no? Serían como
Like
noticiero o
uh,
¿cómo le decimos?
exactly news tellers, news stations.
News
Mhm.
sellers, news stations. They are going to talk about for this very often, not to
Yes,
didn't give us more information about other stuffs, not that is happening here in Mexico. No, I
exactly.
remember that I look a pic, no, infography that
Yes.
say that in Mexico the trouble of the water is because we are drinking a lot of soda, no, of these companies that uh, that well, I'm going to say the salt, no,
Yes.
the water, no,
Yes. And there is another problem. Okay,
yeah,
water.
and it's
Water in
another
Mexico City, for
problem.
example, I have seen some documentaries about Ecatepec, and they say that in Ecatepec they have terrible problems of water. Huh? Weeks and weeks without water.
Yeah, I remember that I looked. I don't remember it was in Facebook or it was in the news
Yes,
in TV. But I remember that some people didn't have water for weeks, no months, more or less.
exactly, exactly.
But yeah, I think that we have in Mexico a lot of troubles. No, the fears that the people that murder other people, no, or the people that work with to try to save no the wild animals, the wild plant, no, and it's murder, no, for others, no,
Yes,
the people that work to try to help these people that have this how to say it that is uh, discriminate that is
yes,
discriminate, no,
yes,
and the people no that try to to help, no.
yes.
And obviously the problem that we have with all of our um, recursos sería recursos, no,
Resources, resources.
resources. Ah, yeah, resources.
Yes,
Exactly, resources.
yes,
No, that we have a really trouble with this, no, with the resources that we have because a lot of companies made a approach, no, of these resources that we didn't know we have, no.
yes. It's true. It's true. It's true. Yes. Okay. What about my dear friend Adriana? Adriana, what's your opinion, Adriana, of the terrible event that happened last week in Mexico, Adriana? As I said, I am speaking about the accident in the subway in Mexico City, Adriana. What do you think, Adriana?
I think it's horrible for all the families because I it's horrible. Yesterday
Yes.
I read
I
um
I read yesterday. I
I
read.
read
Yes.
all the histories in the about the um de las víctimas
About victims.
de las of the victims. It's so sad to read is a young this person was a young person and they have a many life to in
To live.
front to
Exactly.
live. Yes, so it's so sad, teacher. And more is I think the same that Jimena, where is the money? The people how do you say denunció
Many people blamed. Many
blame
people blamed. Uh-huh.
blame the situation in the structure in the
Exactly.
structure
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
is
In the
is horrible
structure, in
that the
construction.
yes teacher that uh, the the autoridades
Yes.
las
The authorities
authorities can don't can to no is
can't.
can can to make some for how do you say evitar
To avoid
prevenir to avoid
the accident. No?
Yes, teacher, this situation. And how do you say agradezco?
Yes, you can say, I feel grateful, grateful. Me siento agradecido, me siento agradecida. I feel
I
grateful.
felt grateful at this accident don't be in hora pico, how do you say
Ah, yes, in peak hour.
in peak hour?
Peak hour, yes. No, imagine, no.
Because
Terrible,
is
no, terrible, no, no.
yes, terrible. I think this when I see the news, I think thank you so much because this accident
Didn't
um
happen.
uh, yes, the traffic in the floor when in is
Yes.
is
Heavier.
I know in this moment I know muy heavy, but in
Okay.
our peak hour
Yes.
is a parking. So
Yes.
I think this I don't know what happened with the
Yes. With the
metro
metro. Yes.
because if I felt a fear when I travel in the met. Now I think I can to to how do you say subir al metro
And
to
to
pick up
get on.
get down on metro because it's I don't know.
Yes, Elena. It's really terrible because imagine, Elena, you are going from your job to your house at night. No, maybe your family is waiting for you, and you didn't get. Why? Because you had a terrible accident. Imagine,
Yes.
Adriana, the people who were down on Periférico, driving their cars down the huge construction, and all of a sudden, Adriana, these people died because they were crashed down, fueron aplastados, they crashed down with the construction, Adriana. Imagine, Adriana.
Yes, it's terrible. I in the history, all the people was a worker in Mexico, and all the return to home
Exactly.
to one year. He was with a sister. Um, uh, her sister is in hospital.
Exactly.
How do you say grave?
Really bad.
Really bad. She died. Her father's is how do you say inconsolables?
Oh, yes, the fathers or the parents, her parents in pain, are in pain, or their parents are similar to English, to Spanish is inconsolable, inconsolable,
Inconsolable.
se escribe igual, se pronuncia inconsolable, inconsolable. It's true.
Inconsolable.
It's true, Adriana.
Yeah, it's so sad to see the videos in. I don't know. I don't have to words to describe to this situation.
I understand. I have seen also some videos on YouTube, and the driver, the conductor of that subway, has done some declarations. Some people have interviewed him, and he said that when he noticed that something had happened, he went from the beginning of the subway that he was driving to the back, and he saw at the back that something terrible happened because he noticed that there was missing the other section of the subway. And then this driver narrated that I could see people on the floor, maybe dead, maybe I don't know, unconscious, I don't know. And then he said I could see pieces of arms, pieces of legs around. And then he said I also saw a baby. The baby was on the floor crying, but his mother or his father were not with him. So imagine, Adriana.
Yes, teacher, is so sad.
Exactly, Adriana.
And I in Facebook how do you say circula?
Ah, there is around, you can say,
There
you can
is
say, there
around
is, yes,
there is around a picture with roses in the
yes,
in the in the metro in the accident.
yes,
So in the
yes, message, yes,
uh, messages this photo um, try to learn to we don't have a all the time in the work we need to say I love you I need to be fine with your friends your family because you don't know when you can when you lost your life
exactly, exactly. You don't
so
know when, exactly, exactly,
when yes
exactly, exactly, exactly. I don't
so
know, Adriana, it's terrible, okay,
yes
it's
teacher.
terrible. What about you, Chris? What's your opinion, Chris, of the terrible events happening in Mexico City, Chris? What's your
Well,
opinion?
first it was already terrible.
Yes.
Um, I live uh, near this place.
Oh, really, Chris?
Yes, 2 years ago, more or
Okay,
less.
okay,
Um, well, I live here when in 2017.
okay.
When was the earthquake?
The earthquake, yes,
Earthquake.
yes,
I remember that in this year started the problem with the structure.
yes.
But imagine for uh, 2017 to now,
It's really like
and they
for
don't do
years.
not for, for to repair this section.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's, yes.
I remember that uh, the Sunkur station was closed and Olivos station was closed because they detected a problem, but I think they don't they didn't do nothing,
Exactly.
and it was how do you say negligencia
Ah, this is similar. Negligence.
or negligence? Yes, teacher.
It's true. Yes,
And
yes,
I
yes,
listened, and I don't know how much
yes.
they pay to uh, a company to to check to review, but I think it was only for the wagons,
Yes.
and I don't know the wagons and
The
uh,
rails, no? The
the rail,
rails. Uh-huh. And
and
the structures, no?
but not the instruction. Yes,
The
teacher.
structures, yes, exactly.
The structures. Yes.
It's true, Chris. I don't know, Chris, but I have seen so short biographies from people who died, and many, many young people died.
Yes, teacher.
Girls, young girls, young boys, and obviously many people who were like 50, 70, 60 years old, 70 years old. But I don't know, Chris, I think that nobody deserves to die like that, okay?
Yes, teacher.
In a terrible accident, imagine this being crashed down, aplastado, crashed down among metal and I don't know construction sites and terrible, it's terrible situation.
Yes, teacher. Unfortunately, like Adriana said, it was not in a big house.
Exactly.
It wasn't on periférico.
Oh, imagine.
Yes, teacher. Unfortunately, um, only one uh, one wagon, one metro
Yes.
was passing in the place. Imagine it
Oh,
was the true rights.
exactly. No. Yes, I understand. No. Even worse, no? Even worse.
Yes,
Yes. No.
teacher. Unfortunately, too, was only the two last wagons, and it
Ah, okay,
the
okay.
middle. Uh,
Ah,
um,
so it was the last two wagons.
yes, teacher.
Ah, okay. Well, that was good. Okay. Good in
Yes.
some part. Good. Imagine, Chris, imagine if it had been the first wagon, I mean, where the driver goes, imagine this, imagine the subway passing by, and all of a sudden it falls down with the driver. All the other wagons will have fallen down too.
Yes, teacher.
No, that's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, that's too bad, my friends. That's too bad. Okay, listen, I'm going to show you some videos. Okay, okay, this is a video for question number 1. Okay, that they asked about plants, and maybe Jime can understand the video clearer, more clear than me. Okay, for example, let's play it. Okay, let me.
Hey there and welcome to Brain Stuff. I'm Josh Clark and this is the Brain Stuff where I explain to you whether or not plants are conscious, which is a pretty cool question. Have you ever seen that old classic Star Trek episode, A Wink of an Eye, where the Enterprise crew encounters this race of aliens that move so fast that by comparison the Enterprise crew seems to not move at all? They're kind of like plants to these aliens. And just like in our reality, if you look at a plant in fast motion, you can see that it has a lot of lively movements. But are they really conscious? That is a great question. And it was first posed by a guy named Charles Darwin, who you may have heard of at some point in time. And he came up with the concept of the root brain. The idea behind this is that the tips of a plant's roots act as kind of a brain for it, accepting information from outside stimuli and telling the plant to act or move or do something as a reaction. Over time, this concept led to the field of what's called plant neurobiology, and that term drives other scientists crazy. But TS, because this field of inquiry has yielded some pretty cool ideas about plants. For example, we know that plants have a lot of senses that are analogous to human senses like sight, smell, sound, touch, taste. Like when a plant senses that a caterpillar is eating one of its leaves, it will produce this kind of substance that's like a mustard oil to repel the caterpillar. The cool thing is that scientists have found when they play just the audio recording of a caterpillar, there's no caterpillar anywhere around, by a plant, the plant will still produce this mustard oil-like substance, which means that plants can hear in a way. That's pretty awesome, right? This chemical signaling thing appears in plants throughout nature. The smell of fresh cut grass is actually a signal to other grass plants that there is some sort of crazy danger afoot. What's going on? I don't know, but everybody duck. Now the reason some scientists hate the term plant neurobiology is that plants lack neurons, hence they can't have a neurobiology. But this is kind of splitting hairs. Researchers have found that plants do have something that's like a central nervous system. They have glutamate receptors, just like we do. We use ours to form memories. They have neurotransmitters, and they use electricity to transfer information throughout the plant to get it to move and react. And some scientists have found that when you give plants drugs, yes, some scientists give plants drugs, that it can actually have weird effects on the plant's central nervous system, like they're on drugs. Plants can also display learning behavior, which is another hallmark of consciousness. For example, the Mimosa pudica plant has this cool defense mechanism where when it senses danger, it curls its leaves inward. But that requires a lot of energy. So the Mimosa pudica plant has evolved to not curl its leaves when it deems the stimulus non-dangerous, right? Well, scientists found that when they drop the Mimosa pudica plant, at first it'll curl its leaves. But after a few drops, it will figure out that the drop is not actually a threat and will learn to stop curling its leaves. Even more astounding is that these plants display some sort of memory, because a month later, when they're dropped again, they still won't curl their leaves. It's not a novel experience anymore. The plants have learned. So are plants conscious? The jury's still out, but it's starting to look that way. So maybe when you hear that you're supposed to talk to your plants to get them to grow more, it's not actually because of the CO2 you're breathing out onto them, it's because they're reacting to being treated nicely. This was a great episode. I know you agree. And for even more great stuff,
What's your opinion, Jime? Is it true, Jime?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is true.
Professor,
It's how I said. The plants react no different than other animals, no, and it's really different, no. The conscious, no, or the sense that they have, no.
okay.
And obviously, how I say, the plants react at all of the things that they have in around it, no, in their environment, not the light or others. And obviously, if you add drugs, you are adding something components, no, that isn't fine, no, for the plant.
Yes.
And obviously the movement of the plants change, no, or the urgency. Well, we said in how to say it most easily, mm, the plant, no, up, no,
Yes.
la planta está erguida o
Straight.
straight, no, the plant is straight, no. And obviously, if you add something, our company different, obviously the plant didn't straight, no, down, no, get down. And it is because probably for the water, no, or for the air, for the sunlight, no, and
Okay.
others.
Very good. I didn't know him that some scientists give drugs to plants. Okay. I said, what for? Okay, what for? But I don't know. That is strange to me. I have never heard of scientists giving drugs to plants. Imagine. Okay.
Well, I have understand that we are working with the plants, no more with the plants, because we didn't know much about the plants, like the distribution, no, of them, some reaction of light, no, or of the aliments that we give them, no.
Okay.
So we we don't know all the functions that have plants, no. We are like in the middle, no, like other animals, no. A lot of animals, we didn't know much about her story's life, no.
Okay.
So we are working with this.
Very good. Okay. I'm going to show you a video. Okay. And this video is especially for Greece. Okay. And then Greece, we watch the video and then you tell me what's your opinion. Okay. Okay. Look at there.
How do colours affect purchases? For retailers, selling is the art of persuasion. There are many factors that influence how and what consumers buy, and a large part of every decision is based on visual cues. The strongest and most persuasive is colour. When marketing new products, it's crucial to consider that consumers place visual appearance and colour above other factors when shopping. 93% value the visual appearance of a product over anything else. 85% of shoppers place colour as a primary reason for why they buy a particular product. Colour increases brand recognition by 80%, and brand recognition then directly links to a consumer confidence. Colour is one of the most powerful methods of design, but it's not entirely universal. A colour that would entice in North America might be completely different from those that entice in India. Below are the colours that affect North American online shoppers. Yellow is seen as optimistic and youthful. It's used to grab attention of window shoppers. Red is high energy. It actually has the ability to increase your heart rate, so it creates a sense of urgency. That's why you see it in clearance sales. Blue creates the sensation of trust and security, so it's often seen with banks and businesses that want to create that confidence. Green is associated with wealth. It's actually the easiest colour for our eyes to process, so it doesn't pop out as much, but it's used in stores to help consumers relax. Orange is aggressive. It creates a call to action: subscribe, buy, sell. Pink is romantic and feminine. It's used in marketing products to women and young girls. Black is powerful and sleek, so it's used to market luxury products, and purple is used to soothe and calm, so it's often seen in beauty or anti-aging products. Colour has the unique ability to attract specific types of shoppers and change shopping behaviour. Red, orange, black and royal blue is used for impulse shoppers, so in fast food, outlet malls, clearance sales. Navy blue and teal are more associated with shoppers on a budget, so banks, larger department stores. And pink, sky blue and rose are used more for traditional buyers, so clothing stores, things like that. Of course, colour isn't the only item that influences consumer behaviour. For online shoppers, design, buzzwords and convenience also affect their need to shop. For many online shoppers, poor website navigation and poor overall design are the reasons they choose not to purchase from a particular website. 42% of shoppers base their opinion of a website on overall design alone. And 52% of shoppers did not return to a site because of overall aesthetics. Speed, efficiency and convenience are some of the many reasons shoppers are turning to internet retailers, but having a website that runs even 5 seconds slower than your competitors could mean a huge economic loss for you. 64% of online shoppers did not purchase items because the website was too slow. Amazon actually did a study on this, and they found that with every 100 milliseconds of load time, there was a 1% decrease in sales, which really adds up over time. Retailers rely on the ability of words to evoke emotions in consumers as well. The right power word could prompt a consumer to purchase an item at one retail shop over an identical item at another shop. 52% of consumers are more likely to enter a store if there's a sale sign in the window, for example, and 60% of consumers feel at ease and are more likely to buy a product just because it has the word guaranteed associated with it. This infographic was made by Kissmetrics, and this video was made with Tool.
So what about this? What's your opinion of that information is? For example, I will give you my perception, okay? I don't usually follow by colors, yes, okay? I usually follow by brand, okay? Although I like to explore new brands. I have my favorite brands for technology, for example, for clothes, but I just like to explore new brands. For example, is I bought a laptop, okay, some months ago. Obviously, my favorite brand is HP, okay, which is I rely on that brand, okay. I think this is a good brand. Yes, it's expensive, but it's a good brand, okay. But I found a Chinese laptop that is the one that my wife is using, and that Chinese laptop, it works well. It doesn't work as well as an HP laptop, but that laptop works well. It's not a famous brand. It's a laptop I bought online, directly from China, from a retailer in China. And all the software now is in Spanish because I told him to put the software in Spanish. But it works well. So my opinion in that is that I rely on some brands, but I also like to give the opportunities to other brands. What's your opinion, Chris?
Well, yeah. If you remember different marks,
Yes.
for example, if you see a letter C on italic, on red color,
Yes.
what do you think?
If I see what?
A letter C in red color.
Letter C in red color. Maybe it means danger, no?
Yes, but
No, I don't know.
well, imagine if you only see the letter C of Coca-Cola, automatically
Yes.
you think on Coca-Cola.
Yes, it's true. I mean, the design, no, the design of the letter C.
The design, yes, exactly.
Because you for sure you could see many other letters C, but especially for the design, exactly, you relate to the brand, no?
Yes, teacher.
It's true.
And the marks, well, the famous brands are positioned on your
Yes.
mind,
Exactly.
and it is the work of the design, the typographics, and the colors. For example, for colors, if you remember, on McDonald's, you can see in the restaurant
Yes.
the colors red and yellow.
Yes. Exactly.
And why? Because they want to you eating and go.
ah, okay. So
This
that is the
reason.
implicit message. Okay, eat and go.
Yes.
Very good.
Why? Because these colors are for
Yes.
accelerate you. For example, I don't know, beeps,
Yes.
and there are in the restaurant
It's
color,
orange, no?
and it's how do you say in color claro?
It's a clear color.
It's a clear color.
Yes,
Why?
it's true.
Because they want to you spend a lot of time in the restaurant, and they want that you consume and consume and consume. The coffee, the juice, a food, a dessert.
Yes, it's true. It's true. So you are saying is that it's true that colors affect. I mean your decision, your behavior.
Exactly, teacher. And it's the same as you say with the brands.
Okay.
If you say a package
Yes.
with the correct colors,
Yes.
you will try the product.
Yes. It's true. It's true. Yes.
Yes, teacher. For example, um, well, as you know, last year
Yes.
it started in number 51,
Yes.
and they say that in the package, we for products with high levels of sugar,
Yes. Yes.
you can have a, a cartoon or another kind of uh, uh, character
Yes.
to attract the children principally.
Okay. Okay.
And it was the function of these characters
To attract children.
to attract. Yes, why? Well, when I don't know, imagine the situation: the mother is in the supermarket with the children, and the children see the character and the package with a lot of colors. It's attractive, and the children wants the product.
Yes, it's true. It's true. It's true. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Very good. It's very good. Interesting is that is the psychology of colors in marketing. Okay. I didn't believe about that, Gris, but yes, I have seen videos about that, some researches about that, and it's true. I discovered that it's true.
Yes, teacher. And it's the same with green marks.
Yes.
They all time use the green color.
Yes. Exactly.
I remember the Coca-Cola Life.
Yes.
It say it's healthy.
Healthy. Yes.
Is health, and they use the color.
Of green color?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, okay. It's true, Chris. Very good, okay. Okay, very good. I have another video, okay. This video is for Adriana, okay. So, wait, let me share it with you. Okay. Here, for example, Adriana, what do you see, Adriana? What
I
can you see, Adriana? Yes.
Maybe a woman.
A woman?
I
Okay.
guess with, I don't know.
So you can see a woman sitting down, right?
Yes, right.
Very good. What about Grace? What can you see, Grace?
I see a woman too. Probably she is crying.
Or she's crying. Very good. Jime, what can you see, Jime?
Well, the woman is feeling down. No,
Okay.
she's probably stressing for something.
Okay.
I look that she is touching
Her neck.
her neck. No, so probably she is feeling like anxiety, no, or something like that.
Very good. Okay. 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 Let's continue. Okay. Good. Okay. Look at the meaning. Okay. You saw a woman means that you feel as tough. You are constantly defending yourself in life, leaving you emotionally and mentally exhausted. Okay. That is one perception. Okay. Look, if you saw a school, you may be facing some significant challenges in your life at this time, and you are struggling to find a solution to effectively work through them. Okay. Okay. Look at the other. Look at the other image. For example, Adriana, what do you see, Adriana?
I see two. I see a woman
Okay.
and a man.
And a man. Okay. A woman and a man.
And a man, yes.
Okay. What about Grace? What do you see, Grace?
I see a man with a big nose.
Big nose. A big nose.
Big nose.
Okay. What about Jime? What do you see, Jime? What can you see?
I see two, no, the woman, no, a beautiful woman,
Okay.
and old men, no,
Okay.
a man with big nose and
Mustache.
how to say it, blonde.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Algo, ¿no? Es love, algo así, ¿no?
Yes. Block. Yes. Good. Okay. Let's see the interpretation.
They took everything from me. I'm gonna make it right.
Okay, let's say, please, let's say, Jimmy, could you please read? If you saw an old man.
If you saw an old man, you are an empathetic individual showing
Here,
potential.
empathetic.
Yeah, empathetic individual showing compassion for all that come into your life. You're really on the right side of your brain as you are highly creative person, always viewing the beauty and color of the world around you. Don't lose that positivity.
Positivity, okay. What about Adriana? Can you please read, Adriana? If you saw a woman first.
If you saw a woman first, you are driven by analytical slide of
Side.
your brain.
Side.
Side of your brain.
Good. You see.
And you see the world as black or white, often overlooking the full spectrum of gray that also exists around you.
Good.
Try to keep your mind and your head,
your
mind
and heart
and heart open to seeing more than just the facts. Welcoming to the individuality
Very good.
of others into your life will make the work a better place.
Very good. Okay, excellent. Good, let's continue. Very good. Let's see one more, okay? What about Gris? What do you see here? Is a snake or arms?
A snake.
A snake. Okay. What about Adriana? What do you say, Adriana? Snake or arms?
A snake.
A snake. Very good. What about Jime? Jime, what do you see, Jime?
Snake. Well, I first saw a snake, but now I can look the fingers, no, of the arms.
Exactly. These seems to be fingers. This one also seems to be fingers, no? Or this one a hand, no? I'm not sure. Okay, let's see the interpretation. Okay. Okay, look at this. What about please, Grace? Could you please read? If you saw a snake.
If you saw a snake, you are a
highly
skilled and respected leader among your peers.
Okay.
Tango responsibility.
Encouraging
those around you. Good. And expressing both appreciation and respect for those who come join your team.
Okay. But the other. Okay, what up, please, Adriana? If you saw arms.
If you saw arms, you are a more analytical and critical individual, taking the time to fully assess a situation before you jump in.
Very good.
This may so slow
Oh, very good.
you down. However, you are the person who can catch any holes in your plans or errors
Very good.
that have been made before they are too late.
Very good. And here, Adriana, the question is, Adriana, is it possible to know a person's personality by having these drawings, Adriana? Is it, Adriana, is it reliable? Look, reliable, look, confiable. Is it reliable, Adriana, to use drawings, images to identify a person's personality?
Yes, it's true, teacher. But is the other test. I never see this type. I
Okay.
learned to manchas the wrong watch. Maybe your name is Jess. I don't know. I don't remember this. But yes, it's true. We can use a test
Okay.
or a painted. Depending is for kids or for a person,
Okay.
but you can to to know how is the person and what is the characters, if your personality or your I how do you say um, es cómo respondería a tal situación.
Okay.
No sé cómo se diga en inglés.
How people, ahí lo voy a poner en el chat, un segundito. How people or how a person will react to a specific situation. Interesting, Adriana, interesting.
Well,
How a
this is a
person,
very this was my favorite class in the university,
yes,
but it's a yes teacher is a many history in investigation and to try to uh validar, how do you say,
to validate.
validate to the question, because you have to applicate your test I muchas veces to
Many times, many times.
many times, yes, many times, uh for to see the same resultados, how would you say,
Results.
results.
Very good.
Yes, is to see that your test is
It's true.
functional.
Functional, huh? Functional.
Functional, yes, teacher.
Okay. Listen, Adriana, I'm going to write, look, I'm going to write something. Look, wait a minute. And I want you, Adriana, to give me your opinion. I'm going to write up a PowerPoint, okay? And I'm going to write a sentence, okay? This sentence is like this, okay? Okay, look, I'm going to share the screen, okay? And Adriana, could you please read the sentence there? If you want.
If you want to meet a person, give this person power and you will really meet him, her.
Okay. Do you think that sentence is true, Adriana, or is false? Analyze the sentence. If you want to meet a person, remember, meet, conocer, okay? If you want to meet a person, give this person power, and you will really meet him or meet her. Do you think it's true, Adriana?
But in Spanish is,
In Spanish, es,
si tú quieres conocer a una persona, le debes
okay.
de dar
Dale a esta persona, si tú quieres conocer a una persona, dale a esta persona poder y tú realmente lo conocerás o la conocerás.
Yes, it's true, teacher.
It's true, Adriana?
Yes.
Okay. What's your opinion? Yes, Adriana. Please go ahead. Yes, go.
is I think I don't know if how do you say científicamente comprobado.
Oh, it's look, I'm going to wait on the chat. Okay, it's scientifically proved. It's scientifically proved.
I don't know if is scientific prove, but
Proved.
I think it's true.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because I think in the movie Ley de Herodes,
Okay. Ah, yes.
uh,
Yes.
you can to change the the I the word, but when you can the power, you change your I I don't know how
Yes.
express how expresarlo, but
I don't know how to express it.
express it, but I think is similar because you you feel a power, I don't know.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I
You feel. I mean, you feel powerful, no?
or yes,
It's true. Then okay.
you can do everything,
Yes.
todo.
Everything you want. No.
Yes, so it's it's true. I think it's true. For now, I don't have the words to express it.
I think. Okay. What about you, Grace? Do you think that this sentence is true, Grace, or is false? What's your opinion, Grace?
Well, teacher, I think is true.
Really? Why,
Yeah.
Grace?
Um, for example, with politics,
Yes.
when you meet a person,
Yes.
uh, I don't know, this person could be, uh, for you, a good person. I don't know,
Okay.
but I don't know. Pass by the time, uh, he or she decided to uh, how do you say, aspirar un puesto,
Ah, to uh, to get a position.
to get a position,
Mhm.
and if they found to, if he or she win,
Yes.
uh, by the time they change.
They by the time they forget their promises, no?
Yes. For example, uh, now with the political,
Yes.
uh, for example, here in my town,
Yes.
the different candidates
Yes.
are in the streets with the people, and they are inviting to take campaigns. And for example, last weekend,
Yes.
a candidate was invited the people and the children
Good.
to receive a present.
Oh, really? Good. Okay.
Yes,
Good.
but well, I met the candidate 4 years ago because she's a classmate mom.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
And I think it's a good person. She is a good person.
Okay.
We, but I don't know if she win the elections. Probably first, she will forget
Promises.
the promises. Yes, um, and she like a person will change. I
Okay.
think.
Okay, I think. And what about you, Chris? You had a position, Chris, in which you were a powerful girl, and yeah, there is a word, okay? If you were an empowered girl, okay, una chica empoderada, okay? Una chica con poder. Imagine this, that you have a position, okay? That you, for some reason, you become the president of Mexico, and you have power, okay? You have control over everything in Mexico. Will you change this?
Probably yes.
Will you change for the good
Probably,
or for the bad?
probably with my how is character.
Character, yes. Mhm.
Yes, because I feel I'm a good person,
Okay.
and I try to do the things with responsibility. And well, for example, last semester my friend was the project leader,
Okay.
and she is a lovely person.
Okay.
But when she was already stressed, she was not terrible,
Okay.
but she say do it now, right now,
Ah, okay, okay, okay. She
on
she
this front.
she became demanding. She became very
Yes,
very
she
demanding.
became demanding. Yes,
All right.
with all those.
Okay. That's an example. Okay.
Yes,
That,
teacher. I think this will be my change
okay. To be more
if I.
demanding.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Why? Well, you say the Mexican president, no?
Yes.
Imagine is to control all the country, all the things, the inversions.
Yes. Everything.
Well, my idea to of about to be a president is to improve
Yes.
improve the situation of the country.
Good.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Ah, okay. So
Uh,
you will work to improve I don't know, Mexican economy, Mexican social life.
yes, teacher.
That would be good, huh? Okay. Okay.
But
Okay,
for
what
me,
yes.
teacher.
Okay. 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 Ah, for you.
Yes.
Ah, so you are saying that only for your economy, only for your social
No,
life.
no, 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 no,
Ah,
no, 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 no.
okay, okay.
I told you,
Yes.
vote for me.
Ah, okay,
If,
okay, okay.
I don't know, the legal age
Yeah.
to be president
Ah,
is 35 years.
yes. Vote for Greece.
Yeah. Vote for Greece. Yes, teacher.
Very good, Greece. I promise I will, okay? I promise I will, okay? What about my dear friend Jime? Jime, do you think that sentence, Jime, is true or false, Jime? What's your opinion, Jime?
I thought that is true. For example, I have a really bad experience with some friends. No,
Okay.
I'm usually a person that person open. No, or how to say it. That we have when I want to have a closer relationship with friends. I
Yes.
usually give them information, no, or something for me to
Good.
that, and these people obviously change, no, change the point of view that they look at me, no, or change the point of view that to to tratarme is to treat me, no,
Yeah.
treat me,
Treat me. Yes. Treat
treat
me.
me.
Yes.
And obviously the people change when have power, no. I don't know. For example, mm, 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 I'm thinking. Well, I have understood that when the people is getting more power, for example, in the work, no, change the point of view, no, that they think, or change the things that this used to do, no,
Yes.
all the activities that do it in this in their days, no, or
Yes.
all the uh, mm, probably that is because now they have more responsibilities. No, when you get more responsibility, you are going to have this different mind change. No,
Yes.
because you need to know more stuff. No, and you need to work more. Not at other days. No, and your personality change. No, your time change, and all of you change.
Yeah, maybe you can have more stress, no, Jimena?
Yeah.
Very good.
Or the other could be you are not a stressly person, no, but your point of view changed, no.
Good.
Probably
Yes.
you need to look all the en Spanish we say it, los dos lados del cuchillo, ¿no? Entonces, ¿cómo sería en inglés?
Both sides of the knife. Both sides of the
Both
knife.
sides of the knife is the same.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's not change the phrase.
Okay. It's true. It's true. Or maybe both sides of the coin. Another
Yeah,
possibility. Okay?
exactly. Both
Both
sides of the
sides of the
coin.
coin.
No?
No? Maybe.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, okay. Okay, listeners. Okay, I'm going to share with you my screen, okay? And let's analyze the words, okay? Today's topic is lesson 18, okay? That is shipping, okay? Remember, shipping, okay, cargamento, okay? For example, let's say, please, Grace, could you please read, please, number one, noun accuracy. Sorry. Wait, I'm going to share my presentation. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute, okay? There. Please, Grace, please, could you please read the accuracy?
Yes, teacher. Accuracy. His film was uh, his film was well known for its
Accuracy. Good.
accuracy in predicting how long shopping will take.
Okay. Look at the other adjective. Accurate.
Adjective accurate. Don't forget to keep accurate record. You will need them when you have your annual inventory.
Inventory. What about the next adverb? Accurately.
Currently, the
In depth.
in-depth shipping records made it possible for Max to accurately estimate when the mixing bowl will arrive in the store.
Very good. Okay. Please, my ladies, please copy, please accuracy, copy, please accurate, copy, please accurately. Remember, accuracy. Accuracy is precisión. Okay. Exactitud. Okay. Precisión, exactitud. Accurate. Accurate es exacto. Pues exacto, exacta, preciso, precisa es el adjetivo. Preciso, precisa, exacto, exacta. Accurately. Accurately es precisamente. Ok. Seguramente. Okay, what about please, Adriana? What about please, Adriana? Fulfill. We take pride.
We take a pride in
Fulfilling.
fulfilling customer unusual
Very good. Request.
requests.
Very good. Look, Jaron, fulfilling.
Fulfilling the requirement of the contract will necessitate
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 hire.
hurting hiring extra staff,
Very good. Fulfillment. Fulfillment.
fulfillment fulfillment of duties duties can be tedious, but job satisfaction demands attention to detail.
Detail, okay. Very good. Okay, please copy, please fulfill. Copy, please fulfilling. And please copy fulfillment. Okay. Remember, fulfill, okay. Fulfill is the verb, okay. That is cumplir, realizar, ejecutar, cumplir, realizar, ejecutar. Look at this, fulfilling. El cumplimiento, okay. O también puede ser realizando, okay. O cumpliendo, realizando, cumpliendo. Okay. Fulfillment, okay. Este es la realización o el cumplimiento de tareas o la realización de tareas. Okay. Okay, well, please, Jime, repeat, please, with Jime. Sorry. Wait a minute. Where is that? Here. It's here. Okay. Well, please, Jime, integral. This paperwork.
Integral. This paperwork is integral to our ability to track package.
Good. Integrate.
The new firmament is unable to
Good.
integrate information about shipping
Perishables.
Integration. His full integration into the team could take weeks.
Very good. Okay, look here, please copy, please integral. Copy, please integrate. And please copy integration. Okay. Also, please copy foreman. Look, foreman. And also, please copy perishables. Look, please copy perishables. Okay. Integral. Okay, integral. In this, as an adjective, is complementario. Okay, complementario. Integral. Integrate, okay, integrate, integrar, agregar, agregar. Okay. Foreman, encargado de los embarques. Okay. Encargado de los embarques o el encargado de los envíos. Okay. Bien, chicos, perishables. Perenne, es decir, que un producto se acaba su tiempo de consumo. Okay. Entonces, integración. Okay. Integration. Okay, well, please, let's say, Gris, minimize.
Verb minimize. To minimize any potential risk of injury.
Good.
All workers must wear closed-toed shoes in the storeroom.
Very good. Minimal.
Luckily,
The
leak from the roof did only minimal damage to the inventory in the stock room.
Very good. Minimum.
Minimum. The minimum is
$50.
$50. Others orders of less will be
Says
assessed shipping charge.
shipping charge. Very good. Okay, look, minimize. Okay, minimize, minimizar. Okay, reducir. Minimize, minimizar, reducir. Minimal, que es mínimo. Ok, como adjetivo. Ok, mínimo como adjetivo. Like here, minimal damage, el daño mínimo. Ok, minimum, lo menos, ¿sí? De minimum, lo menos es $50, ¿ok? O el mínimo es $50. ¿Ok? Bueno, empieza Adriana, cheap, verb cheap. We cheap.
We ship the orders within 24
Hours.
hours of your phone call.
Very good. Noun, cheaper.
Shipper, we can rely on our shipper.
We can rely.
Rely on our shipper to pack large, fragile items carefully.
Very good. Shipment.
The shipment from the supplier was short a number of items, so
we
complained.
Complained. Good. Okay, please copy, please. Cheap, copy cheaper, and please copy shipment. And also please copy fragile. Look. Also please copy fragile. Okay, fragile. I can look here, cheap. Okay, cheap, that is enviar, embarcar. Pues ya también saben que como sustantivo también tenemos, look at this. We also have the word cheap, okay? Remember, cheap. This is as a noun, okay? Here is a noun. Let me wait here. Here is a noun, okay? We already know. Ship as a noun is barco, okay? Barco, embarcación, okay? Buque. But ship as a verb, esta es embarcar, enviar, embarcar, enviar. Okay. Cheaper. Look, cheaper. Cheaper es el expendidor, es decir, quien hace el envío por barco. ¿Sí? La empresa o la persona que hace el envío por barco. Técnicamente se llama expendidor o expendidora. Okay. Shipment, okay. Shipment es a veces es embarque. Embarque, shipment, embarque. Very good, okay. Well, please, Jime, please, adverb sufficiently.
Sufficiently. If you are sufficiently certain that the create is in this room, I will check them one by one.
Very good. Sufficient.
Sufficient. The postage in that box is not sufficient to get it to its destination.
Very good. Suffice.
Suffice. Will this much
styrofoam
suffice?
Suffice, okay. Please copy please sufficiently. Sufficient and please copy suffice. Look at it. Sufficiently. Suficientemente. Bastante, okay. Suficientemente, bastante. Okay. Look, sufficient as an adjective, suficiente. Okay. Adjective sufficient, suficiente. Look at this, suffice. Suffice. Ser suficiente. Will this much styrofoam suffice? Okay. Suffice. Ser suficiente. O también puede ser va a estar, ¿ok? En el sentido de que con esto basta, por ejemplo, it will, it, that, por ejemplo, pueden decir. Let me write an example. For example, you can say, this amount of money, for example, this amount of money will suffice my need. Okay. For example, this amount of money will suffice my need. Esta cantidad de dinero será suficiente o será bueno para mi necesidad. Okay. Or another example, for example, you can say, how much will it suffice? How much will it suffice? How much will it suffice? ¿Con cuánto dinero será suficiente? Okay. How much will it suffice? Very good, friends. Okay, please copy the examples about suffice, the X examples about suffice.
Teacher, what
Yes.
does styrofoam mean?
Good. Es el FOMI, Jiménez. El FOMI, las placas estas de FOMI que compran en las papelerías.
Ah, ok.
Sí.
Sí, o sea, FOMI como tal.
FOMI como tal, exactamente. Very good. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to erase, okay? Let's continue. Okay, look at this, okay? Okay, let's do the listening practice. Okay, it says part 1 photo. It says look at the picture and listen to the sentences. Choose the sentence that best describe the picture. Okay. Okay, I will play it. As you know, I will play it twice. Okay, so that you can listen to it. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to share the audio. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay.
1. Photo. Number 1. Look at the picture marked number 1.
A. The goods are scanned in the catalogue.
B.
The supplies are being counted by hand.
C.
The trucks are loading at the shipping dock.
D.
The carriers are using bicycles for deliveries.
I will repeat. Okay.
Listening comprehension. Part 1. Photo. Number 1. Look at the picture marked number 1.
A.
The goods are scanned in the catalogue.
B.
The supplies are being counted by hand.
C.
The trucks are loading at the shipping dock.
D.
The carriers are using bicycles for deliveries.
What about please, Jime?
Part 2. Question response.
It's
Number 2.
letter
Sorry.
C, no?
It's letter C, okay.
C.
Good, Jime. Yes, letter C is correct. Why, Jime? Do you remember what they said?
Something that the trucks are in the ship and I don't remember the other word.
Yes, the trucks are loading.
Yes, are loading in the ship.
The trucks are loading
Loading in the
at
ship.
the shipping dock. Look, at the shipping dock.
Shipping
Okay.
dock.
Exactly. Good. Que es los camiones están cargando en la isla de carga, en la isla de embarque. Very good. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Let's see part 2. Okay. You say listen to the questions and let the responses. Choose a response that best answer the question. Okay. Listen. Okay.
Part 2. Question response. Number 2.
Are these numbers accurate?
A. They've been checked and double-checked. B. The numbers were written down. C. The spillage was minimal.
Number 3.
How many items are listed in the catalog?
A. About 350. B. It is sufficiently clear. C. To fulfill customers' wishes.
I will repeat one more, okay?
B. The number
Deliveries.
Part 2, Question Response. Number 2.
Are these numbers accurate?
A. They've been checked and double-checked. B. The numbers were written down. C. The spillage was minimal.
Number 3.
How many items are listed in the catalog?
A. About 350. B. It is sufficiently clear. C. To fulfill customers' wishes.
What about Greece? Number 2, Greece. A, B, or C? Which do you think, Greece?
I think it's letter B.
Letter B. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What about Adriana? Number 2, Adriana. Letter A, B, or C, Adriana?
I think letter B.
Letter B. Okay. Jime, what do you think, Jime? A, B, or C?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Probably letter B or letter C, but I'm not sure.
very good. Okay. Letter B is correct. Very good, my friends. Letter B, that is perfect. Okay. Okay. Look at number 3. Let's say, please, Adriana. A, B, or C, Adriana?
I think it's letter A.
Letter A. Okay. Very good. Letter A is correct. Okay. They say how many items are there, something like that. And then the man said the specific number of items. Yes. Very good on this. Okay. Okay. What about before we finish, my ladies? Okay. We will continue with that next week. Okay. Before we go, a question for Jime. Jime, do you have any plans, Jime, for this weekend, Jime?
Yes.
Yes.
I have classes. I'm going to give
Classes.
classes, 3
Okay.
classes. So I need to make some activities for them, no?
Okay.
And that's all.
Very good.
And study and all the things that I do in weekends.
Classes about history, I don't know, Spanish, mathematics.
No, well, I'm going to work with the girl, not that I work in the week, not during the week, and I'm going to work with other girl that I help her with reading. She's in 2 of elementary school,
Very good.
and I'm going to work with the other girl that is in 4th of elementary school.
Very
No,
good.
with them, no, with mathematics and Spanish, no, because she's isn't making homework and that's all, and others, no, and other stuff,
Ah,
and other boy,
okay.
he's in third in elementary school, and I help him with mathematics and his homework.
Very good, Jime. Jime, it sounds like a very busy day.
Yeah, this is the very busy day that I have during the week. Only in the only in Saturdays, because Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, no, in
Weekdays?
weekdays I only have 2 or 1 class, no, and my
Okay.
class of university, no,
Very
and
good.
Sundays I only have 2 classes. So
Very good.
only in Saturdays I have 1, 2, 3, 4 classes.
Okay. Very good. Okay, okay, okay. What about Adriana? Do you have any plans, Adriana, for this weekend, Adriana?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, good. What is it, Adriana? What are you
Yes,
going to do?
maybe tomorrow we going to a baseball game
Okay.
again,
Very good.
and
Perfect.
maybe to the shopping, but I don't know if it's today or tomorrow.
Excellent. Good. Are you going to visit your boyfriend?
Yes, with my boyfriend, and only I will wait, esperar,
Yes.
Wait, and he go out to work
Very good.
to we can see.
Very good. Great, Adriana. Very good. Good. What about Chris? Do you have any plans, Chris?
Well, I will be with my cousins today,
Very good.
and I don't know, probably see the TV.
Okay.
I don't know.
Very good. Okay. Chris, I saw a movie called Paranormal Activity. Have you seen it?
No,
Uh,
teacher.
no?
I know the movie, but I have never seen this.
Well, you should. Okay. I just saw Paranormal Activity 1, and it's a really good movie. You should watch it.
Okay, teacher.
I understand that there is from number 1 until number 7, maybe. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yes. So for sure, from number 1 to number 6, yes, that is for sure.
I don't know this. I think that only was 2 or 3.
Oh no. There are 6 movies.
That's okay, teacher.
Very good, my ladies. So have a great weekend. See you next Saturday. Thank you very much for being here today. Take care. Stay healthy. Greetings for the family. Thank you, my ladies. Thank you for being here today. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
too,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you, my ladies. Thank you.
You.
Thank you.